anyways, we'll continue on. You guys have some things that you guys still need to kind of. There's some loose ends. I guess I could say loose ends that need to be tied up. You guys have already talked to Harbin Wester, the town master. You guys know that he's got an orc problem. You guys have talked to, you guys brought Sildar in here, and then therefore he got you hooked up with Harbin Wester. You guys met Toblin at the Stonehill Inn, his wife and his Pip, and remember Pip with his smart-ass friend R.C. Collins, that little dirtball that he is. You guys found out about that secret entrance to the Redbrands, which you guys took care of, or so you may think you have taken care of last session. And you guys have also met Elmar Barthen. You guys picked up. You guys actually found out about. You got the supplies to him. You guys got your reward. Also, Lenine Greywind over at the Lion Shield Coster. This is the stuff that you guys found in the Cragmaw Hideout. You guys got compensated for that. I believe it was Frantisek that went over to the Shrine of Luck, met Sister Garel, and she was talking about some crazy undead that she's trying to find a comb or something like that. She's trying to find
the
something. Yeah, the Banshee. And then you guys met Rigby and Brunhilde. So there's still some things you guys haven't done yet. You guys still know that there's the retired adventurer named Darren Ettermath over there at the Ettermath Orchard. You haven't checked out the Miners' Exchange yet. You also know about the Outerleaf Farm where where Pip's friend RC lives. And so what do you guys want to do? And you guys, fought the Redbrands too. So you went over to Brunhilde's bar, that she had just bought, that money sink, and she trying to fix it up. And you guys took care of those Redbrands in there when you guys went on the wrong side of the tracks, so to speak. Hey, 603, what's up? Thanks for the bit, 603.
So I think we go to Ettermath Orchard. Is that right? I think we were going there after.
No, laddie. No. We need to take care of this problem here. And I point to the red band that we have captive.
Oh, I forgot that guy was here.
No, I mean all of them. We'll kill this guy, but... and I make sure I'm looking at him when I say
Kill me?
that.
You're going to kill me? Please don't kill me. I mean, I've already told you everything that you wanted to know last time, and you told me you were going to set me free.
Well, we said you were going to set you free, but we're not sure if you were going to cause us any trouble or not.
I believe there was a cell in the mayor's...
Oh, yeah,
there
that's
is.
right.
At the
We were
Town
gonna lock
Master's
him up.
Hall. Yeah. And
All right,
remember,
buddy.
you guys were going to meet RC and Pip the next morning, too.
Yeah.
Because they were going to show you
Yeah.
the entrance to the Redbrand Hideout.
Yeah, so this guy's tied up, or if he's not, we'll tie him up. And then let's frog march him to the town hall.
Frog march him. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, when you're cuffed, it's called frog marching someone.
Yeah, Lattice starts to go and actually jump like a frog.
No, that's not what I'm talking about,
Ribbit.
laddie.
No, all right.
You can just
Okay, come here.
shift into a frog, probably.
I know, but I didn't want to use wild shape.
Laddie
Oh,
frog.
that would have been worth it.
Laddie bear, laddie tiger. Oh my gosh. All right, so you guys are back at the Town Master's Hall, and Harbin, he will lock that guy up in the cell for you.
All right, Wesper, we are going to try to take care of this red bend problem. Just thought you should know.
Well, he appreciates that. He's probably fairly certain that possibly the rest of the town will come together and probably throw some type of party for you, or probably even compensate you. So.
All right, get the turkey legs ready. Let's go.
Gobble gobble gobble. So are you? So it's probably late. I would say it's probably late night by this point. So do you guys want to check out any other places in the town, or do you just kind of want to get your long rest and then meet Pip in the morning?
Well,
I definitely need a rest at some point, or some heal.
Well, here's the problem, guys. We want to take these guys by surprise, I think. Maybe
Or,
we need
yeah.
to...
You know where
set
the
up,
Redbrand Hideout is. You can just go there if you want to, Frantisek. I mean, it's up to you guys.
Yeah, do we want to... I know we planned on finding their secret entrance tomorrow morning, but by then they may have their defenses up and be waiting for us. After the mess we made in the bar,
Good call.
I think
Yes.
they'll get wind of what happened.
I see what you mean, but you, I mean, the sun's not out. Does that mean you have no powers? I don't know how this works.
Oh, no. I still have. You see, the way the moon works is it actually reflects the light of the sun.
What?
Yeah, crazy, isn't it? Anyway, the point is, I still have my powers. I'm fine.
All right. I like this plan.
I need to
Wait,
check
I
on my card first and make
I
sure
didn't
everything's
say
still
I had a plan. Hold
unmolested.
on. What do you think my plan is, Lattice?
We're
Okay, no. Here's what I'm thinking. That we need to, I don't know. I don't know if there's enough of us. There's only 4 of us. We could use some more help.
always.
That maybe that adventurer, Elmar, maybe he can help us. The more the merrier.
Elmar Barthen,
Um,
the shopkeeper, or the
no,
guy
no.
the orchard.
Orchard. The guy with
Edermath.
the apple orchard up there.
Doran Edermath.
Well, let's go talk to him.
All right. I think I like this plan. The last one I said I liked, I don't think I like it anymore. Let's go with this. So we'll head up to.
So you need to check on your cart.
Yeah, I get a little sketchy when I'm away from it for too long.
All right. Well,
You go over to the stable master, and your cart is fine.
see, it's
Okay.
exactly the way you left it. I don't want to
Perfect.
insult you, but I don't think anyone wants your cart.
But it's important to me. So
All right.
as,
All right.
as long as everything's okay, we're good, and I am ready to take care of what we need to take care of.
Okay.
I'll
So
be okay. I'll be okay for a couple hours.
all right. That's good. You might need to see someone about that. Anyway. So did someone need healing?
I do, but I was probably just going to take a health potion.
Well, I can cast a spell of healing on you. The nice thing about that is it
Doesn't cost any money.
doesn't cost any money. Yeah, and I could just after the next dawn, the power will return to me.
Okay, we can do that.
Yes, just let Frantisek heal you. He doesn't do a lot, but healing he can do. So just let him.
I love it.
Very
Sure.
well. I'll take what I can get.
Okay, yeah, I'll cast Cure Wounds on you then. Well, how far are you down?
11 out of 13.
Well,
Oh,
don't
geez.
forget, you guys have hit die seals too. You don't even need to waste a spell slot. You guys have plenty of hit die seals. So on your main tab of your character sheet, if you have a short rest, which you guys have been milling around town anyway, so there's no need to say that, let's take a short rest. You guys can use at the very bottom of the main tab on your sheet, you can use your hit die seals, and everybody's got 2 of them, so might as well use them. Don't waste any potions or spells or anything like that. Laddie, you're not Laddie Tiger anymore, right? You're just back to Laddie,
Right,
if I'm not
yeah, I'm
mistaken. All right, I'll take Laddie out. So
How does one
there's-
do that again, Dave?
Yeah, on the main tab at the very bottom
Yeah.
where it says HD, just click on
Yep.
that. Just click on that dice in there, and it'll roll a die into the chat for you and heal you for that
Oh.
amount. So there you go. Yeah, you still got one more if you want to use one more. Whim.
You only regenerate one after a long rest, though. So save
That is
that, and I'll cast this. I'll cast the spell.
Yeah, you regenerate half of your hit dice heals
All right.
after a rest.
All right, so we're on our way to Doran Ettermath's the
Nice.
orchard.
And nice rolls.
Just
guys.
healed you for 11, buddy.
I'll take the. I'm also going to take the Redbrand out because he's now in the jail in the town master's office. So you guys are heading. The sun's going down. It's starting to get dark out. You know, a couple of the townspeople are going out. They've got candles and they're starting to light these lamps that are all throughout Phandelver. So the streets will be dimly lit anyway. There's quite a few of these lampposts that are around that they're lighting up. So you guys, I've heard a couple of things. I've heard that you guys want to go right into Transcender Manor, where the Redbrands are hanging out, and I've also heard Ettermath Orchard. I've got it on the Phandelver map to where, yeah, maybe he can give you some information for sure.
Yeah, I think we're going to Orchard.
Okay, sounds good. I guess the whole party's gonna go. You guys go up to the tiny little cottage that it is. And he's got lots and lots and lots of apple trees, as you guys can see on the map. So he does have, and there's as you guys are walking up, you guys can see a bunch of these apple crates that are sitting on the ground, and some of them are full, some of them are half full. The trees actually are beautiful, and they're just full of apples. But he lives in a little tiny cottage. So what say you, adventurers? You go up to the door and knock, I guess?
Yeah, just go up and knock.
Yeah, light a foliage and apple.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
Wim just literally grabs a couple, starts chowing down on one.
Okay. Yeah, there's a couple of windows, and you can see that there is some light kind of moving around in there as the sun's going down. Then all of a sudden you can see a candle appear in front of the window, and the drape kind of slide over, and you see a pretty fit man. He's a half elf, appears to be a half elf, and he looks probably to be of elvish age, probably of at least 100 years old. He's a silver fox, and he closes the drape and then he opens the door and he says, "Yes? Do you need apples?"
Sure, yeah, that'd be great.
Well, if you want a bushel, you can go out and pick them by yourself, and they will cost you 5 silver for a crate.
Okay, well, maybe tomorrow. So, I understand that you weren't always an apple orchard tender person.
No, I actually, and as you look into his tiny little cottage too, because he has the door open, you can see that he has several different weapon racks on the wall with, pretty high quality weapons. He's got like an armor mannequin. So yeah, he says that he was an adventurer, many years back, and then he served as a marshal and a herald for different towns along the Sword Coast and the Dragon Coast. And then he explains that, after he retired, I went back to the Neverwinter region, which was my home region. And you can see that you guys know what all of the different organizations are, so you guys can see that he's got a pendant on from the Order of the Gauntlet. And you know that they're a devout and vigilant group that pretty much protects others from evildoers. And it's a pretty big organization, one of the bigger organizations. They always smite evil, they enforce justice, and so that this guy is part of them. And you can see his pendant there. But yeah, he's a retired adventurer from the Neverwinter region, and now he's here just being a basic farmer now.
So, I'm sure you're aware of the Redbrands that have infested Phandelver.
I've heard of them, yes. They don't bother me. I don't know why everybody else is having problems, but they don't bother me one bit. They probably know what would be good for them if they did.
I think so. Well,
I used to be a badass back in my days, by the way.
Well, we've that's what we're here about.
Stink,
We know that,
Steak,
and
thanks, man. You didn't have to do
we're
that.
going to
Steak.
take the fight to them,
Thank you, man.
and we want your help.
Oh, if you're going to take the fight to them, I really can't help you. I being part of the Order of the Gauntlet, even though I just have not fought for years, I'm not in a condition. But I'll tell you what, I think you guys. As he kind of looks around, he looks at everybody. He goes, "You guys look stout enough to where you can handle those ruffians. They shouldn't be too big of a problem for you guys."
What about one of those shiny things on your wall?
Yeah, those are my toys that I call them. They haven't been used in many years.
Well,
But
can you give us
it is nice that I will be honest. It is nice that somebody's finally stepping up and standing against these ruffians. It's just about time.
Well, if you're not able to go with us and help us, can you give us any information about them? Is there something you can tell us that might help?
Well, I'm sure you guys probably know this already, but they're led by this mysterious new leader that they have named Glassstaff. He's been around for a couple months, and honestly, the Redbrands they were just a bunch of drunkards before this Glassstaff came along. But when Glassstaff came around, that's when they started shaking down all the other proprietors. A couple of them, they actually came to me. I know that Harbin, he had come to me a couple of times, and Lenine's almost, I would say Lenine would almost be tough enough. She's in her prime, but she has a business to worry about, so she didn't want to take any chances and then lose her business for burning down or whatever. So it's nice that you guys are actually standing up for the town. But I'll tell you what, if you take care of the Redbrands, I may be willing to part with one of my toys as a show of gratitude.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Nice.
Oh, no. There's no need for that.
Okay, no problem.
We're
won't
going
do
to be
that then.
doing this because it's the right thing to do.
He's very quick, Frantisek, to say, "Okay, no problem. Then I won't do that then."
I don't have to talk him out of it.
Oh, I forget. Do you know anything about Cragmaw Castle? We heard that our Gundren Rockseeker was taken there.
Cragmaw Castle. Yeah, that name is actually quite familiar to me. Let me. He invites everybody into his place too. It's really small. It's almost, when all 5 of you guys go in there, it's almost standing room only. He's got like one small wooden chair at a table. He's got like a lazy boy sofa. Well, the equivalent of what would be a lazy boy sofa, and it looks like he sleeps in it too. And he goes over to his map and he says, let me kind of look at this. And he is looking at his map, and he says, "Yeah, I think I might know where it is. I'm just waiting for the dungeon master to find the damn thing on the map."
The roof is a little small for me, so I'm just standing there hunched over, like with my head tilted sideways.
Wim is checking out his map.
All right. So yeah, he does show you a point on the map where he thinks and suspects to where the old, as what you guys call it, the Cragmaw Castle. It wasn't called that, but he knows of a castle that is abandoned. That is probably where they would be shacked up, and he actually shows you guys on the map. So.
Oh, that's very helpful. Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, that will be helpful.
This is very nice work on this map. Who is the cartographer?
I have no clue. So he does actually, he shares the map with you guys, and he rolls it out over a small little table, and he says the Cragmaw Castle is around here in the Neverwinter Woods, because that's the area that he hails from. But he does know that there is a castle that is abandoned in this region here in the Neverwinter Woods, in the almost the most southernest region of the Neverwinter Wood. And that would be just probably about 2 days travel or so.
Yes,
Actually,
we'll have to go
probably seeing that each square is 5 miles, you guys could force march it and get there in a day. This is like 25 miles away.
Well, that's good that we know that, but Gundren will have to hold tight. We just need to take care of these red brands before they are ready for us. You know.
Right, I agree.
Well,
Right.
Well,
seeing
do we-
that you guys are adventurers, I do have another thing that's I've heard from a couple of my friends that are miners that in the hills to the northeast there is a place called the Old Owl Well, and digging is very good for the prospectors there. Well, recently. And actually, quite disturbingly, several of my friends that are prospectors have reported to me, and of course they want me to take care of this. I can't take care of it anymore. They told me that they were chased from the area by undead. So there's an undead problem at the Old Owl Well. And on the map you guys still have open, I'll put another marker over here where the Old Owl Well is. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 miles away, which would be at least a good day's travel, maybe a little bit more. And there's some undead there. And you know, it's an old ruined place, and there's a lot of good prospecting there in those rolling foothills. But they've been chased away by a bunch of undead. So if you
That's very disturbing.
yeah, if any time that you could make it over to the Old Owl Well and find out who's there and why they're there and what they're up to, hey, I would appreciate it, and I would compensate you a little bit for it.
Yeah, I hate undead.
Do you know the location of any of these miners?
They work. I mean, they're not scared. They go to the Old Owl Well, but some of them, you know, they get run off. Some of them get hurt. There hasn't really been any fatalities yet. But a lot of the times that they stay there, there's an old watchtower of an old magical. You know, this place was an old magical empire many generations ago of the Netheril, and you know, I think that there's maybe some type of magical force there that is causing all of this. But I mean, that's just my opinion. You know, being an adventurer from back in the day, I know that my group of adventurers, we probably would have checked it out. But but there could be some kind of dangerous magic there. But who knows?
Yes, disturbing.
Danger, you say?
Magic, you say?
Count Dracula, was that you?
Yes. It is good to see you.
Good to see you too, old friend. I thought I shoved a wooden stake in your heart many years ago.
Well, Ettermath, thank you for your time. If there is nothing else, I suppose we should be on our way to keep this element of surprise.
Yes,
Absolutely.
I really do think we need to move tonight. Oh, before we go, do you know where RC lives? We're going to
Catch
get that
them
little
by
punk out of bed.
surprise. RC, oh, that kid, if I could only hit that little son of a with an apple. He steals apples.
I know.
Him and his little friend, you know, the Toblin's son. Toblin's son's okay, Pip. But it's RC. RC likes to throws apples at my house. He's broken a couple of my windows. I mean, I just can't go out there and shove my Holy Avenger through his chest. I mean, I can't do that. As he kind of points over to his
Yeah,
to
but
his
you
wall.
want to. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, if I was 30 years younger, I would have been hot-headed, and I probably would have done something really stupid. But yeah, if you could just talk to him for me, you know, just tell him to lay off of. I don't mind it. I've got plenty of apples to go around for the whole town. But just quit throwing them at my place. But if you decide to go over to that old owl well and check it out, just definitely let me know.
Yes, I think we can do that too.
And I appreciate it, my friends.
Well, so you know where RC lives. We he knows a secret entrance into the Redbrand's hideout, and he needs
he's down
to show
at the
us.
Outerleaf. He's down at the Outerleaf Farms.
Excellent. I hope he just fell asleep when we get there.
Yeah, and on the Phandelver map that I'm sharing with you guys again, the Outerleaf Farm is down here. It's the southernmost farm, and of course, he's a little halfling, so you imagine his family's probably halflings too. Well, killing Outerleaf, she's the one that actually runs the show down there.
All right. Well, let's make a beeline to the farm then.
Sounds good.
Yes. Is it dark outside?
It's early evening, sure. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I just can't see in the dark. It's starting to get dark.
There's lights on the town. Will put up lights. You're fine.
Oh, I guess I'll just open my eyes then. Okay.
Yes, that's the problem.
Thank you.
So you get to
That's
the farm,
better.
and she's doing laundry. Actually, as you guys are walking up, she's beating on sheets that she's got out on laundry lines, and she's trying to beat the dust out of them and get them cleaned off. And she says, "Oh, hello. My name's Kellen Outerleaf. Welcome to my farm. Are you travelers? Do you need somewhere to stay? I do have a really nice comfy hayloft in my barn if you need to stay. But we do have the Stonehill Inn as well."
Yes, we're already staying at the inn. Thank you very much. We actually came because your son might have some information for us.
Oh, my son? RC, she yells to RC. RC, get out here right now. And RC sticks his head out of the window of the top story of the house, and he says, "I'll be right out, Ma." And he streaks right out. He comes out and he says, "Oh, hey guys." he's about 10, 12 years old or so.
It's the funny kid.
And as he's coming
Friend
down, she actually says to you guys, "Oh, my boy, he has these visions of grandeur that he wants to be some type of adventurer when he gets older." And him and his friend Pip are always out in the woods playing. And I'm going to need him to tend a farm. Yes, he does have the spirit. Have you met my son? And that's when he comes running out and he says, "Oh, hi guys."
Yes, RC, we...
Yeah, what do you want?
Yeah, well, you were going to show us something in the morning, but things have changed, and you need to show it to us tonight. And I kind of look at his mom, and I say, he knows how to get into the Redbrand's hideout quietly.
Yeah, she looks over towards her son, and she gives him this scolding look. And she says, "I told you not to tell anybody. That could get us in trouble, son." And then he says, "Mom, but there was a couple of big ugly bandits, and they came out of that old abandoned tunnel, and me and Pip saw them, and everybody keeps getting shaken down here in Phandelver, and these Redbrands, these jerks, they need to be stopped, and these suckers here, I mean these guys here, they said that they're going to take care of it for the town."
Yeah, he's probably right, actually. Yes, so with any luck, a lot of luck, sounds like, you won't have to worry about them.
Oh, my poor boy. Go run along now into the house. Go ahead, show these nice folks where this place is, and then come back, and then you get ready for bed, and you are grounded, young man. And then he goes, "Oh, come on. I don't want to be grounded, Mom." She goes, "No more Pip for you, hanging out with Pip for you for a whole week. Now hurry up, take these people there, and in fact, yeah, maybe you well, anyways, I don't want to bother you with anything now. Whenever you're done, you come back, see me, and I have something that I may have something that maybe you could help me with as well. So go ahead, RC, take them over to the little tunnel where you saw those big bad guys come out, or so you say, and then come back and go to bed. And you are on restriction. And she points her finger at him.
Well, thank you for the favor, madam, and we'll be back to repay in kind. And by the way, I think it's Pip is really the troublemaker. And I think RC's a good kid. I think it's that Pip kid.
I told you, Mom. I told you, Pip. He's the antagonator. He's the one that's always trying to get to do stuff and light the fires. And I mean, anyway, let's go, guys, before I get in any more trouble.
Frantisek, I don't think that Pip. Oh, all right, okay.
That's what his mom wanted to hear. Don't worry about it.
I see.
Hey, what's up, Zed?
Right.
Hey, everybody. So
RC,
yeah,
let's go.
Yeah, okay, let's go. So as you guys are traveling over towards, you guys are taking the roundabout way. You know, RC says, we just can't walk right in the middle of the street, right up to the front door and knock.
No.
We need to go around.
And you need to stay out of sight, RC, okay? You just need to get close enough so that you can show us where it is, and then, but you don't need to get seen by these guys, okay?
Oh, you better believe I'm not stupid. I don't want my mom to get hurt or raped or anything like that. You better, these guys are really bad. But you heard what they did to the woodworker's son. Just think what they're doing to his wife right now that's locked up in there. And that could be my mom if I'm caught, and I don't want that to happen. But see, I'm trying to be an adventurer. And I really want to be an adventurer so bad, and maybe you guys can help me out, or maybe, I mean, I'm not allowed to have any weapons or anything, but maybe you guys can like sneak me maybe a sword or a dagger or something for me helping you out. Maybe you could find one of the daggers on the road. Oh, that would be so cool. Yeah, Count Dracula, what do you want?
You don't need a sword to fight.
Well, if I'm going to be an adventurer, do you think I'm just going to walk in there and start hitting things with my fist? You're crazy. What do you mean, be like you? I don't see any swords on you.
As a weapon.
Use your body? What do? You just throw yourself in the jaws of the dragons? And what do you do?
I use whatever I can get my hands on. And if that is nothing, then it is my hands.
Wow, some adventurer you are. Why are you guys hanging around this guy that sounds like Count Dracula? He doesn't have any weapons. Oh, you must have magic.
He pulls out the Redbrand sword and his tonfa. I have these.
Oh, whoa, that was a pretty cool trick of concealment. Maybe you can show me that, Count Dracula, one day.
Hey, but I tell you what, he delivers a mean baby.
It's true. That's what we have him around for, because I couldn't do that.
No. Neither.
He says,
he spits up a fur ball.
I think I know what my mom's going to talk to you guys about. She has this friend that lives to the north in some ruins or something like that. His name is Rideoff. He's been over to the house a couple of times and had dinner, and then they tell me to go out and play. So I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, this guy comes over and I guess he's an okay dude. He stinks though, and he's really dirty and grimy. And my mom says that he lives in this small little place in these ruins, and he worships the forest and the trees, and he just sounds like some tree hugger. I mean, I don't know why anybody would want to do that, but his name is Rideoff, and my mom hasn't been... What?
He sounds interesting.
Easy, laddie.
What?
Laddie's the same kind of guy. We know how they are, man. Don't worry about it.
Well, I'm not... Well, I'm sorry about that. I mean, Mr. Laddie.
Yeah, we are too. Don't worry about it.
But he's an adventurer too, and my mom hasn't seen him in a couple months, and I think she's a little worried about him. So he lives up in Thunder Tree to the north, and in the Thunder Tree ruins. And let me get this map out for you guys again. So let me share it. Up here to the north, right to the east of Neverwinter, you'll see that there's Thunder Tree, and that's Thunder Tree Ruins. And that's supposedly where this druid lives. And, of course, RC's mom hasn't seen him in a while, so she's a little worried. So, but RC thinks that that's what she is going to ask you about.
I am in search of my druid tribe. This may be a good place to go when we have time.
Oh, so you're one of those hippie tree huggers too, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, I told you, RC. He's one of
that
them.
means.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Look how dirty he is. And you can smell him from there, I bet.
I sniff my pits.
He's not that bad. Well, I mean, there is a downwind, so
It did rain yesterday. Yeah, that's probably why.
yeah, she's probably gonna bug you. She's probably in love with the guy. I don't know, but he does come over.
Sounds
from
like he's
time to
gonna be your
time.
new daddy.
Hey, my dad's not around anymore. I don't know where my dad is. My mom said that he fell into a wood chipper when I was a kid, and you know, I don't know. I still feel that he's alive. I'm just kidding about the wood chipper. He just disappeared.
So about that secret entrance, kid.
Oh yeah. Well, you guys are walking the whole way, and he stops sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, he's real vocal with his hands and stuff. So yeah, you guys are getting closer to the manor. It's very dark in some areas, and then you can also see that there are hints of light. Maybe a lantern, maybe some type of torch or a sconce or something like that. So yeah, there is some light. Looks like there's activity in there, and you guys are here at the hideout. You guys are see how it's on this elevated piece of land. It's probably about 60 feet above the ground level, because it's sitting on a couple of tiers of land, and it's sitting way up there. So you guys are at the very base, and then you're looking up almost straight up. And Pip, you know, he shows you where the secret tunnel is, and he's got it all covered up. He's got it all covered up with a bunch of branches and stuff like that. So he says, "This is where it's at, guys."
Excellent.
All right. Thank you,
You have
Pep.
done well.
Or RC. Thank you, RC.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You better get home.
Are you guys sure that you guys are going to get me some kind of cool weapon, or maybe maybe I can even sneak away in the morning and I can meet you guys in here or something. That would be awesome. That's the best on the job training, is the best type of training, especially to be an adventurer.
Here's
That's what
the
I
deal.
wrote. I read that in Adventure
Yeah.
Magazine Monthly.
All right. Settle down.
Okay,
If we're
okay.
not dead, I'll meet you at the Shrine of Luck tomorrow at sunrise.
Tomorrow at sunrise at the Shrine of Luck. What are you gonna? That Sister Gorel, she's crazy. She talks about these ghosts and stuff that are always talking to her. She comes all beat up
we
looking
gotta
and
meet-
everything.
Wait, hey, settle down.
Some
gotta
adventurer she is. Okay.
Hey,
I'm
settle.
sorry.
We got to
settled.
meet somewhere. That's just a nice place to meet.
Well, how about I
Okay.
just meet you here at the tunnel? That way you don't have to go back into
No,
town.
no.
Friend
Because
a sec.
if we
Friend a sec.
survive, I want to go back to the hotel, the Stone Hill Inn.
Okay.
That's where I'll be sleeping. See.
One moment, RC, Frantisek. I
Yeah.
talk over the side to Frantisek, not RC.
Oh,
Frantisek, it would be nice if we had someone out here watching. And
No,
could
not
yell
this
in.
kid. No, not
Why,
this kid.
why not? I mean, he's loud.
I don't want him to get killed and his mother raped.
Oh yeah, that's actually a
Alright.
pretty good idea. Yeah, that's a pretty good idea actually. Yeah, the poor
All
wood,
right, let's-
the oh boy, the woodcutter, his wife. Just think what's happening to her.
All right,
That's what my mom says anyway.
Well, hopefully your mom's not right about that, and she's flying and visiting relatives.
Yeah, I don't believe that for 1 second.
So I'm going to be looking through Dawnbringer's vision. So I've got dark vision here, and I'm going to kind of peer into the secret passage there and see see how far it goes in, what's happening there. That's
All right. So what type of What type of token do you want for a Dawnbringer? Do you want the pet? I got a couple other cool parrots too. You want to see them?
No, that was really cool. The one you had last year, last
All
session.
right, let's do it. Yeah.
And I'm gonna cast Druidcraft on RC as he goes away to make him smell like a skunk.
Nice.
Druidcraft. Oh, what a dick move. That was good. All right, so let's as you guys start to work your way into the hideout, you guys are going through this tunnel, and it's actually an earthen tunnel. I mean, it's sand. I mean, it's not bricked up. It's not walled up. You know, there's all kinds of roots that are, you know, kind of growing down. And as RC pulls those branches away, you hear a couple of wow, and bats flutter out as they, you know, flutter out in between everybody and make everybody bats. So. So you guys have this cave. You don't have to crawl, laddie. You're gonna have to duck a little bit though, but. He says, "Yeah, you just go straight in, and it'll bring you into this big open chamber." When me and the troublemaker Pip went in there, you know, and you guys are so right about Pip being a troublemaker because he would always try to get me to light fires and throw apples, and we had such a great time though. But you just go straight in, guys. Well, anyways, I'm gonna go so my mom doesn't tan my hide.
I'd like to insight check him to see if he's actually going to leave.
Sure. Yeah, give me an insight check. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you know that he wants to go with you, and you know that he's so tempted to stay here, but you know that his mom's going to kick his ass if he doesn't get back home. You can definitely tell that. Oh, that was such a good roll. I had such a great roll, but you just barely beat me, man.
All right, RC, go home. Keep your mom safe. We see you tomorrow.
Unless we're dead.
So yeah, just as you guys are, you know, you guys are getting there. All of a sudden, out of the shadows, you guys notice that there is another person standing there, and he's a human. He's a slinky-looking fellow, and introduce yourself there, Mr. Devin. As you're watching them go into this earthen cavern that's on the embankment of the Transcendor Manor.
Oh, pardon. I noticed you heading in. I was planning to head in myself, although I felt a little overwhelmed going in solo. I've heard tell of you here in the town. I thought perhaps I could join you. My name is Devin.
Who the heck are you?
Whoa, you just scared me, dude. Anyways, I'm out of here, everybody. Devin, nice to meet you. Oh, boy, I got to get home. I just think I just kind of...
Get out of here, RC. Let's
All right,
go.
See you
Get
later.
Out.
Bye.
Wim ruffles his hair and gives him a little kick on the butt as he goes.
Sure thing. Yeah, he heads home, man.
You're here to attack the Redbrands too? What for?
Not so much attack the Redbrands as to try to find the whereabouts of the woodcutter's wife and children.
Oh, you heard about that? Are you a relative?
Not a relative per se. Let's just say I hate leaving children without fathers.
I heard she's visiting some of her relatives.
That's not really what's happening.
No, but that's what you told.
I know. Never mind. Oh, okay. So, who are you?
The name's Devin. I just came in from the tribal area. I was going along with as an escort kind of duty and caught wind of what befell the woodcutter's family.
Yes.
All right. You any good with a sword?
Some would say. I like to believe I'm quite handy with the sword.
And you're not associated with the Redbrands, are you?
Oh, heavens no.
I'm gonna do an insight check on this guy.
Yeah, me too.
You guys are actually kind of enamored by this guy. He's, with his sleek accent, and it seems like you've kind of been a little starstruck a little bit.
There is no way you are a bad guy. Join us.
I feel strange feelings.
Yeah, the new
I
guy
don't
won't.
understand them.
Devin won't be lighting up until
Do you like to
next
see
week,
my
guys.
calves?
No, that would be bad. I think that would be bad. No.
Yeah, I bet my mom would love to see your calves.
Get out of here, RC.
I'm finally okay. I'm leaving, guys. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so yeah, okay, we're good to go then.
What can you help us with? I mean, what do you do? Do you just hit things?
He apparently shows people his calves. Let's go. Come
Well,
on.
that's true.
Would you like to
Basically-
see my calves? Oh my god! First time for everything.
Is my specialty. Although I have to admit, I'm blind as a bat right now. Can't actually see where I'm going.
Yeah, me too.
I think I'm the only one.
I can see fine. All right, let's go. Just stay close, and I'll approach. I'll start to move in. I'm
Okay.
very anxious to kill some red brands.
Okay, so why don't you guys go ahead and put your tokens on, in the order that you guys are moving in, and I will open up this area. Well, first off, about lighting. I know a couple of you guys are blind as a bat. So, in fact, I'm pretty sure everybody is blind as a bat, if I'm not mistaken.
Except
Not
for
me.
Wim.
I can see just fine.
Well, you can see through your owl.
Oh, my owl can see just fine.
Yeah,
I can see
but
through
you're
his
still
eye.
you're still blind as a bat, though. So
Yeah, I'm
you guys
closing my
wanna-
eyes.
You guys want to use a light spell? You're in a trance-like state. You want to use a torch? Do you want to use a light spell? How do you guys want to? Because as you guys are looking in this tunnel, and after the bats fly out, there is a very cold breeze that's filling this earthen cavern as you guys are coming out. There's like a cold draft of wind hitting you in the face.
I have dark vision.
And a very, very, very slight scent of decaying flesh possibly as well.
That's not good. Do you smell that, guys?
I
Francis,
definitely
why did you
smell
do
this.
that?
That's not me. That's rotting meat.
Mm.
All right. Do you guys need me to cast a light spell, or can you just kind of follow me close, and if
I
things
think-
get hairy, I'll cast a spell?
Wim, you can see, right? Wim, you've got dark vision, so you're not
Yes.
affected, right? Yeah, I figured that. So, yeah, you guys, 4 of you are blind. So,
I'll light a torch and I'll bring up the rear.
oh, the back door.
I say, what is a torch?
Well, he explains it to you
it's-
as he lights it up. Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry, Squall.
It was joking.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's one of these things. You catch it on fire, it makes light. You'll figure it out. It's pretty straightforward.
Yes, I tried to make a joke.
Understood.
All right, so as you guys enter this very, very cold tunnel, and the stench of death gets a little stronger as you guys travel about 100 feet or so. You guys are traveling in a northerly direction. Here's the compass as well. And as you guys come to the entrance, Frantisek, through the eyes of your owl, you can see that this is a huge cavernous area. Doesn't look like, you can see broken walls and everything all around you. You can see that, there's a huge crevice that is dividing the cavern. And, this place is flanked by some huge stone columns that go from the floor to the ceiling. And there are a couple of bridges as well that are made of wood. And these bridges are spanning basically the chasm. And you look up, there's about a 20-foot ceiling also.
Is any of this natural, or was it all like carved out by so on.
Yes, it's a mixture of both, basically. Every time that you see, like, over here to the right as you guys enter, where Frantisek's looking in,